The U.S. government maintains a consolidated screening list. This is a screenshot of the landing page at export.gov. It's also linked from our BIS website. As a routine part of your due diligence, you are going to want to screen all the parties to your transaction. And this tool is available for you to use. It has a search engine which has fuzzy logic, so that can help with names that have been transliterated from a foreign language. It includes all the main lists from the Department of State, Department of Treasury, and Department of Commerce BIS. This flowchart is in the regulations. It appears as supplement number 1 to Part 732, and it's very useful for walking yourself through the steps you need to follow to answer the question, do I need an export license? And it also is helpful because it includes those part and section references that are pertinent to each step. We're not going to be able to go in detail today into each of those steps, but you'll be able to find in regulations more information about them, which is the same as the electronic licensing system. It goes by the acronym SNAP-R, which stands for Simplified Network Application Process Redesign. It's not difficult to use. If your company doesn't already have a company identification number, you'll have to register first, but there's no cost. Just want to point out the decision tree tools that we have available to you. The first couple are especially useful as you're doing your self-classification, the order review decision tree tool, and then it merges into the specially designed one. Specially designed is a term that is used now in many export control classification numbers, or ECCNs. The tool allows you to put in your name or part number or other identifying company information for the item that you're classifying. It will create a record at the end of the determinations you've made as you walk through the tool. That record is useful for your due diligence. You can keep it on file. And these are very popular, so we just point them out to you. We've touched on a number of these sort of summary tips already. Something that we haven't mentioned is the Know Your Customer guidance and red flags that are in the regulations in Part 732, Supplement number 3. These are important parts of your due diligence for your transaction. They specify that you may not self-blind in the Know Your Customer guidance, and that if there are red flags, and those are specifically listed, you have an obligation to inquire. Please make sure you're familiar with those parts of the EAR and use them for your transactions. This is our contact information. I'm the director of one of the killing offices, the one here in Washington, D.C. I have a counterpart in California, and the California office actually has 2 locations, northern and southern. And we also have listed some other phone numbers that might be useful to you if your transaction involves encryption and you have already consulted the encryption policy guidance that's on our website currently under the policy tab, and you haven't found the answer to your question. They maintain a separate helpline. And if you have a tip for our enforcement agents, they get a lot of their best leads that way. There's the hotline information for export enforcement and the Bureau of Industry and Security.